game-by-game action. Okay. Gotcha.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome into the KCAC here on the campus of Indiana University of Pennsylvania for today's PSAC West basketball doubleheader action between your Cal U Vulcans and the homestanding Crimson Hawks of IUP. Colin Kirkwood and Alex King with you here. Alex, we've got ourselves a doubleheader matchup first off, getting it started with a big rivalry game. First things first.
Yeah, it's an exciting game here. I mean, you definitely want to see the two sides going at it here. It's a big rivalry game on both sides. You know, we see it on the gridiron, and now we're getting on the court for the third time this year, which is always exciting. You know, two teams that split the regular season series to start the year, both teams winning at home, and the last 10 meetings have been split as well. So two teams, two sides here. You know, we saw them in the championship of the Atlantic Region Championship down in Glenville last year. It was a very exciting game, and we're getting it a little earlier again this year. And, hey, we'll see what the regional rankings have to say as, you know, going forward, and we'll see if we get this matchup maybe a fourth time.
Talking about the regional rankings here, the last edition of those were released a few hours ago. Of course, Selection Sunday this Sunday. Taking a look top to bottom, they read IUP in the number 1 spot, followed by Glenville State, Bowie State number 3. They are upset in the CIAA championship game. Virginia Union in the 4 spot, Notre Dame of Ohio 5, Gannon 6, Cal U in the 7 spot, and Fayetteville State number 8. They captured the CIAA tournament championship, so they punched their bid in.
Yeah, I mean, Fayetteville State, a very impressive win. I mean, got past all the tough spots, beat Bowie in the championship to get the 8 spot. They're probably going to stay in the 8 spot. They're done playing for the year, so a lot's going to be dependent on that. But a lot's looking forward to this PSAC tournament in the MEC. I mean, Cal's sitting in the 7th spot, which is a little bit dangerous in terms of wanting to make this tournament. I mean, if they want to hold on, they're going to have to hope that probably either Glenville or I forget who else we had in there, Colin. Glenville or Notre Dame wins it, and not Charleston, because Charleston is the 9th, right on the outside looking in. And then Indiana has a lot to play for today too. They're trying to lock up the home regional spot and, you know, make it run through IUP here, and it's very tough to play here at the KCAC.
IUP has not played a game since February 29th. They were off for the first round as they earned the bye, and of course they will come in today presumably fresh. Cal U, the last time they were out was the first round where they got the win over UPJ in that one, 67-53. Good all-around game by most of the players for Cal U.
Yeah, it was a great game by the team. I mean, it's UPJ you view as an opponent that they could definitely take down, but I think we got up there pretty good in the third quarter, but I knew UPJ was going to make it a game towards the end there. They definitely did, and went into the fourth quarter, but excellent game by Shauna Harrison. She has been excellent as of late, and this team's definitely been playing a lot different, but they've been sticking with the same lineup going forward here, and they're going to stick with it tonight. And this lineup, I think, is the key to victory today if they want to come out on top.
Starting fives for both of these teams are as follows, beginning with IUP. To the court they will bring number 10, Courtney Alexander, the redshirt junior from Pittsburgh. Number 10, number 22, Justina Mascaro, the junior from Bethel Park, PA. Number 25, Mara Deanna, the freshman, redshirt junior from Springfield, Virginia. Number 40, Lexi Griggs, the forward senior from Pittsburgh, PA. Number 42, Natalie Myers, the guard senior from Lower Borough, PA.
Yeah, early turnover there by Lexi Griggs, and Vulcans will take possession.
On to the opposite side for Cal U, they will bring to the floor number 1, Bianca Jasper, the junior guard from Middletown, Pennsylvania. Number 5, Hallie Harrington, the freshman guard from Phillipsburg, PA. Number 20, Shauna Harrison, the combo sophomore from Sheffield, England. Number 22, Lauren Bennett, the sophomore guard from Buchanan, West Virginia. Number 34, Brianna Allen, the sophomore guard from Pittsburgh, PA. Down to 4 to shoot for Cal. You need some kind of option. Jasper lost here. Hallington forced to throw it up at the buzzer. Can she get it off the side? Rebound Bennett.
Excellent rebound there by Lauren Bennett.
Another opportunity for Hallie Harrington. Drops that one in for Cal U.
Yeah, the key for the Vulcans, I think, with Hallie is, you know, you don't want her to press too much and take too many shots, but she's an excellent shooter. Obviously, we know her points record in the Central County, and coming out here in the early 3 is great.
Cal U in their road black uniforms, IUP in their home whites with the maroon lettering. For those of you joining us via the Vulcan Sports Radio Network today, jump shot up and good there for Natalie Myers.
And Natalie Myers really can do it all. Excellent three-point shooter as well, so we'll probably see her around the arc today taking a couple shots there. She, I think, is leading the PSAC in three-point percentage.
The 4-1 matchup in the PSAC West side of the championship here, round 2. Of course, winner advances to the weekend in the final 4 rounds. It will be hosted by the highest remaining seed in the western side. Shauna Harrison with a 3-pointer drops it in.
Yeah, Shauna had an excellent start against the Mountain Cats at UPJ. I think she was 5 of 6 to start the game from beyond the arc. Early 3 there is a positive showing here for the team.
6-2, Vulcans hold that lead. Crimson Hawks looking to get their offense going. Had a very low shooting performance the last time out against Cal U on the road. Here's Allen on the break off the steal. It's 2-on-2, just has to put it in, drops it through. Another possession good for Cal U.
Yeah, Tom McConnell, excellent coach, calls an early timeout. I think this is the exact start that Cal U was looking for. I think we were talking on the way up as we were coming up here. The key is going to be a fast start. You're talking about a team that hasn't played since last Saturday, so you want to come out here, get up early, and hopefully keep the pressure on.
First timeout brings us a chance to take a look at the tail of the tape between both of our squads here today, Alex. You can look at those, but it's hard to really talk about those, especially in a rivalry game like this, as most of them just kind of get thrown out the window.
Yeah, as we said, splitting the last 10 meetings here, that's huge. I mean, you're looking at the point discrepancy, points for. I mean, it's only a difference of 3 in favor of IUP. Both teams playing excellent defense. IUP managing to hold opponents to 52.9 points per game, so you could see a very low-scoring game here. It could come down to whoever makes the most shots there. IUP, heck of a season shooting, 47.1%, shooting great from the line. Two teams that are shooting over 30% from beyond the arc, and then the rebound advantage going in IUP's favor. But it's like you said, Colin, it's a rivalry game, and like we said, this has been a split series going forward, and it's going to be a close one again here tonight.
You said they're a very great shooting team. The last time they got together, the defensive Cal U might have had a shot at getting to them a bit as they slipped down to 39% from the field in that loss, and they only managed to score 52 points in that game.
Yeah, I mean, we see it. Justine Mascaro had a big game there, but they were really – Griggs was in foul trouble most of that game, was not able to get into much of a rhythm.
That could be a key.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a key. She honestly is the best player out there on most nights, getting good passes. This team's an excellent passing team and getting good looks.
Back to action here. IUP in control of this one. Down along the baseline, doubled off, forced to roll out. They'll try to get the inside presence here. Turnaround shot off the front, missed it by Deanna.
Great defense by Brianna Allen there, staying in front of her defender, making a little bit of that shot more difficult.
7:20 left to go in the first quarter of action. Glad you can join us here this Wednesday night from IUP. Jasper in control of this one, catches a screen, trying to make her way inside, throws up a shot, banks it left, missed it. Rebound goes to the Crimson Hawks. Now they'll push long, the cut inside to Griggs, hesitates and drops.
Just like that, Lexi Griggs standing right underneath the hoop there, an excellent pass there, and then finds an easy 2 points underneath, and this is why their shooting percentage is so good. They want to take easy looks underneath the hoop, typical to what Cal was doing years ago, but now we're more of a three-point shooting team this season.
8-4. Vulcan still holding the lead as Hallie Harrington controls this one. Lauren Bennett to the top, swings it back out for Harrington, down to 8 to shoot on the shot clock. Make it 5, 4, 3 on the roll. That one's blocked away by Griggs.
Yeah, excellent defense. Just as we said, Brianna Allen, a great defense. Lexi Griggs, great defense, staying on her defender, keeping that hand up. It's a bit of a mismatch.
Trying to get a 3 started here early off the back, right into the hands of Allen. Too much strength on that one for Courtney Alexander.
Looks like Lexi Griggs is going to be staying on Brianna Allen. That's could be an interesting matchup to watch out for.
One set to come in for Cal U at our next stoppage of play as Lauren Bennett bounces it just inside the arc. Now she'll catch back out to this one, throw it over to the corner. Near side, down to 10 to shoot here. Back up top, Harrington off the jump, trying to find some separation between her matchup and Alexander, and a foul called as she took it inside.
Yeah, early foul there. That's going to go on Justine Mascaro there, so that's going to be her first. As DJ Hong is checking in the game for Brianna Allen.
We'll send Hallie Harrington to the free throw line. Shoots 81.1% to this point on the season. Drops in the first. Here's one coming for IUP at the next break as well.
It's definitely going to be key for the Vulcans to make their foul shots today if they want to beat a team that's ranked within the top 10 and has been playing excellent basketball.
Off the front, split trip on that. 9-4, the Vulcan lead with 5:50 left to go in the first quarter. Here's Griggs in the corner. Back up to the top of things as they continue to push it around. Hop skip over for Myers. Alexander into the corner for Griggs once again. She'll try to roll. Down to 10 to shoot for the Crimson Hawks. Spin move onto the inside here. Perhaps ran out of room. Mascaro, but drops it in and one on the way.
Yeah, it looked like she was basically kind of trying to toss that one in there, and she gets the basket to go, and that's going to be possible a three-point play here as IUP makes a check-in here.
Looks like that'll be number 33, pardon me, Raja Fink. As Justina Mascaro, with a 75.9% free throw percentage, drops that one off the front. Couldn't get it, so it will stay 9-6.
Yeah, definitely keep your eye out for the DJ Hahn there. Just got a rebound on the free throw here. She's been excellent as of late, been scoring in double figures in several games with the Vulcans, relying on her heavily off the bench.
Great spark plug off the bench in Monday's win against UPJ. Low feed over to Bianca Jasper as she works her way inside, down to 8 to shoot for Cal U. Harrison off the roll, looking to get free. Now she'll throw up a shot with 3 on the clock, but they'll call the travel, and back to IUP it will go.
Yeah, I thought it was possibly a travel when she first pivoted to the left there. They didn't call it, then she goes back to the right, and they make the call there.
Will be brought up the floor here by Courtney Alexander. 9-6 our score. Cal U starting off early with the lead. They'll take it onto the inside, and they'll call the offensive foul on Fink. And that was one of the key components the last time Cal U got a win here last season. They racked up numerous offensive fouls against IUP.
Yeah, it's pretty much the MO of the team. They want to, those offensive fouls can pick up quickly when you're, running down low there. And Shauna Harrison taking the hit there and does an excellent job there. But everybody on this team is willing to take a hit if it means a turnover and possession of the ball.
It was the first on Fink, second on the team for IUP. Harrington up top with this one. Guarded by Alexander, and now she'll force the lob inside for Hahn. Looking for a room, double post move, rebound again. She'll try for a second opportunity, missed that one. Looking for the third, rebound goes to Griggs.
Yeah, might have rushed the second attempt there. I mean, great offensive board, but she just tried to really just chuck it up there real quick, and Griggs able to come down with the rebound, and IUP back on offense.
Towards the outside, here is Lexi Griggs looking for an option. We'll have an off-ball foul here.
Looks like that'll be going against Bianca Jasper, which she's basically been the leader of this team this season. You're going to need her out there as much as possible, and a foul in the first quarter here could be influential here.
It'll be the first for Jasper, second on Cal U with 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Fink to the outside for Myers, and Myers will dump off for Mascaro, and she'll charge her way inside with 10 on the shot clock. Missed it. She gets her own chance for another. That one rattles around and in.
Excellent job there, getting the offensive rebounds, giving yourself second chances. They're able to close the deficit to 1 point here, just over 3 minutes to go.
9-8. One set to come in for Cal U at our next stoppage of play. It's almost lost. Jasper forced to corral it. Now Shauna Harrison will catch and shoot off the front. Rebound goes to IUP.
Couple empty possessions here for Cal U. Might be rushing the shots a little bit too much as IUP's trying to get into a rhythm here.
Fink to Griggs on the outside for 3. Got it.
Big basket there by Lexi Griggs. She's going to have a huge influence over this game. And she hits one right there. They're calling it only a 2. They gave it a 3, yep.
IUP faithful bringing it here today at the KCAC. Jasper pulls up for a short 2. Missed that one, goes back out to Harrington. Drew 2 defenders on her, thought about a 3, and wisely waited for a DJ Hahn shot on the outside, wide left. Rebound, Fink. 11-9, Crimson Hawks have taken the lead. 2:40 left to go in our first quarter. Mascaro back to Myers. Myers surveys, dumps over to Griggs in the near side corner. Now on the cut, it's Myers. Shed the defense, missed the first one, looking for the second one here. Jasper grabs the rebound.
Yeah, good box out there by Lauren Bennett. Gives Bianca Jasper a chance to get the rebound. Bianca Jasper will do almost anything in this game between assists, points, rebounds. Be interesting to see how her stat line finishes out in this game.
One now getting set for IUP to take to the court at our next stoppage as well. Jasper in a one-on-one. Dumps off to Bennett. She'll charge her way inside, pull up, roll it around, and drop it in. Tie game, 11 apiece.
It's always good to see Lauren Bennett being aggressive. She drives to the hoop there, a little finger roll, and drops it right in there. Tie this game up at 11.
Down to 1:48 left in our first quarter. It's been sailing by to this point in time. Not many stoppages to speak of. Here's Fink on the roll. Sheds her defender in Harrington and drops that in. Not much you can do about that.
No, I mean, Fink's got quite a size advantage on Hallie Harrington. I mean, the Calu's doesn't have a huge height at all when you look at their team as a whole. I mean, when Olivia Hudson maybe checks in at the break and Shauna Harrison, but, great move there and, just beating the freshman there.
Travel called here on Harrington. Didn't set up in time as she was looking for a pass partner. And here comes Olivia Hudson. She will sub out for Harrington. Had one for the Crimson Hawks as well. Looks like it will be Alana Cardona, number 11. Towards the top, it'll be passed back off. It's Fink trying to work on Bennett here. Down to 1:03 left to go. Fink shreds her way into the inside, had an opportunity but couldn't make good on it.
Nearly made it a 9-0 run for IUP. They're finally getting into an offensive rhythm here.
Jasper turnaround hook shot, drops that one through. That's one of the things she excels at.
Yeah, you never know with Bianca. Sometimes it's a late shot when the shot clock's down, or sometimes it's a little spin around or a floater sort of, and she was able to make a move there and drop it right into the hoop.
All square at 13 apiece. Fink catches a screen, passes to the outside from Mascaro, who travels along the baseline of the court. He tried to pass it back out, almost lost it. That one's almost turned over again. Still falling around. 2-0 the other way for CalU. They get off the steal. Hudson will take this straight in and drop it through.
Olivia Hudson, great player. I think another summer in the system, and she'll be an excellent player next year. Great body type, can shoot the three, can just drive past defenders. I think she's definitely has a great future here at CalU.
Now to 7 on the game clock in the first quarter for IUP. Griggs working on Hahn, takes it straight inside with 2, banks it in, and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter of action here. IUP taking a late lead, 17-15.
Yeah, excellent drive there by Lexi Griggs, ties it up right at the end there. I mean, she just backed down DJ Hahn there, makes the points. I mean, both teams shooting excellent to start the game. IUP shooting 54%, CalU shooting 43%.
That'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. We will step aside commercial break, but join us for the second quarter of action coming up right here. You're watching Vulcan's Playoff Basketball on CUTV, CUTV Sports 1, and listening to it on Vulcan Sports Radio Network. Welcome back here to the KCAC on the campus of IUP, all square at 15 apiece. Not caught in my math there. I thought they had taken a lead at the first quarter buzzer, but all square at 15 apiece, CalU and IUP. One of the other games going on around the league that we're keeping our eye on, the other Western game, 3-seed Edinburgh and 2-seed Gannett. It's going to be an interesting one. Gannett and Edinburgh, not too many miles separating those two teams, and they've gotten to know each other over the past couple of years. It'll be a 6 o'clock start for them, getting ready to get set.
Yeah, 2 big storylines in there. You talk about Cleve Wright's return to Gannon. I mean, 22-6 this season, unbelievable. And Michaela Barnes, last time I checked, she was in the either 1 or 2 in the nation in scoring for Edinburgh, so it's going to be an exciting game.
Talk about the Eastern games on that side of the bracket momentarily. Fink working on Shauna Harrison. We'll toss it back out for Cardona, who will try a long shot, looking for the roll. Rebound goes to Hudson.
Maybe Hudson doing a great job boxing out Natalie Myers there, and she does exactly that, and they grab the rebound and get back on offense.
DJ Hahn towards the outside, hops her way in, and a foul call.
Yeah, it looked like that was on Fink there as DJ Hahn went up to the hoop there. And
looks like they'll go for Mascaro here on this one. It'll be the first for her, first for the team in the second. And it will send DJ Hahn to the line. DJ Hahn, a 77.6% shooter, rolls that first one off the back and misses it. You said one of the keys here, Alex, you want to try to make as many of these gimmies as you can.
Yeah, when we're expecting a low-scoring contest, every point's going to definitely count. And with the clock stopped against a team like IUP, I mean, you want to make them pay for putting you at the line, and going 0 for 2 there, that definitely does hurt them.
So we'll stay tied at 15 apiece. Onto the top for Myers, and now Fink towards the near side, one-on-one against Hudson. Blows straight past her, but couldn't finish it. Now they'll push the pace, will Cal U. Back to the top for Jasper, and now Hahn. She'll step inside, put up a mid-range 2, and gets it to fall.
Yeah, DJ likes taking those shots. She'll take a 3 every now and again and drop it down, but she can always hit up a quick jumper there, and that's a good redemption there after missing 2 from the line to come back down the floor and give Cal U a 17-15 lead.
Both teams matching each other in energy so far. It's been exciting to watch. Mascaro towards the top on the far side with 10 to shoot. She'll opt to attack this one, throw some elbows to make some space. And we have a foul called. It'll be offensive on IUP.
Calling 22, that's going to be Mascaro. That's going to be her second.
Second on the team as well. She will stay on the court. Thought she was going to be replaced, but Cardona will be replaced by Griggs for the Crimson Hawks.
Yeah, Cardona, I think, got hit in the face a little bit there, a little bit of blood, so they take her out of the game. She's got to get bandaged up there, but she'll look maybe just a little bleeding from the mouth.
Here's Hudson with a long 2, tried to bank it in. Jasper fighting everything she's got for that rebound. Ends up out of bounds. She couldn't catch up to it, and Crimson Hawks will retain the ball.
Yeah, able to tip it off her defender, just wasn't able to corral it as it went towards the out-of-bounds line, and a little slip and fall there, and IUP takes over possession.
7:58 and running here in the second quarter of action. Glad you can join us. Round 2 of the PSAC Conference Championship. Fink once again working on Shauna Harrison. Swings it to the outside. It'll be a long shot. Rattles it in and through for Courtney Alexander.
Great bucket there. Fink drives down her defender, and right in the corners, just wide open is Alexander, and she hits the corner 3, putting IUP up by 1.
18-17. Here's Hudson on the drive. Runner is good. That was a circus shot. I'm surprised it went in.
Yeah, sort of. She was kind of going in a little bit wild with a lot of speed and tossed it up there and bounced off both sides of the rim and just goes in.
Playing an up-tempo style game here today as Myers sheds her way through, looking for the roll off the bank. Rebound goes to DJ Hahn.
Cal U has done an excellent job since those early offensive rebounds, making sure second chances aren't happening here for IUP. It's going to give them the best chance to win this game.
Hudson almost lost that one. She'll wisely let that one go. That's an upperclassman move. I want to rush and perhaps lose that, and she'll settle for the inbound play instead.
Yeah, if she could just keep her defender closed off, she would felt fine there. She didn't want to get trapped down there by Lexi Griggs. I mean, she's an excellent player, an all-conference caliber player, all-region caliber player. You can't let her have you from behind there.
Bennett looking for offensive motion here, down to 8 to shoot for Cal U on this possession. Jasper working on Alexander, hits the cutting Hahn. That one pops right back out, still trying to be claimed. Still fighting for this one, and Alexander with great handles able to find her way out of danger.
Excellent cut by DJ Hahn. She's got to finish that there. I mean, great look there by Bianca Jasper.
Here's Mascaro trying to work her way inside. Harrison takes a tumble, won't get anything out of it, and that one will count.
Yeah, I mean, good shooting still remaining here. Both teams shooting 44% at the moment from the field, with IUP taking the lead 20-19.
There's a shot for Cal U, and they respond with that. 22-20 our score. Cal U holds the lead. One set to come in for the Vulcans at our next stoppage.
Both teams strong. Only 9 3-pointers taken so far as we're in the second quarter here. Seems like a lot of the success is being found down low.
Both of these teams have rather lengthy streaks as that one hits off the shot clock, and of course you can't play off that as Brianna Allen is back onto the floor. We'll see who she takes off. It'll be Lauren Bennett. Both of these teams in the midst of long conference championship tournament appearances. IUP on their 15th straight PSAC tournament appearance. Cal U in the midst of their 20th.
Yeah, it's been excellent success. through this tenure. I mean, Jess Strom picking up her 212th win to tie Darcy Vincent for the all-time record. She wins tonight, she'll claim that record, 213 wins. So it's definitely something probably that's motivating her too, and it would mean just as much in a win here at the KCAC.
Crimson Hawks come up with a steal, and Alexander's going to pull up and shoot a 3 off it, and they make good.
Yeah, DJ Hahn limping down there at the other end of the court. They were able to get in transition and have a man up, and wide open 3 for Alexander. If DJ Hahn's hurt here, she might have to come out of the game.
Well, I was surprised. She actually dove for a loose ball, and she tried to cover a lot of ground on the leap. So she might be trying to walk that one off, but she's tough as nails, and if anybody won't let that bother her, it'll be DJ Hahn, as foul called as Harrison was attacking the basket.
Yeah, DJ Hahn, the Warren PA product, tough as rocks, and she'll dive for any ball. I mean, we saw it against UPJ. We've seen it all season, and she's had an excellent year. She's trying to walk it off right now as we're heading to a media break.
We'll check out the PSAC bracket here, and we'll look at some of the games that are underway in the conference. Of course, the other Western game not starting until 6 p.m., about 3 minutes away from the 3-seed Edinburgh at 2-seed Gannon. But on the eastern side, it's the 4-seed Shepherd at Shippensburg, the 1-seed. We'll take a look at how things are shaping up over there. An 8-point lead for the Raiders at home, 28-20 with 3:50 left to go before the half.
Yeah, Ariella Jones is having a great game again. I mean, she's a stud. I mean, she's going to be a 2,000-point scorer in her career. She's already had 14 points in this game. That's a key, half the team's points right now.
Other matchup, the 6-seed Bloomsburg. They actually upset Kutztown on Monday, 61-57 in that 3-6 matchup. They're taking on the 2-seed East Stroudsburg right now. East Stroudsburg hosting that one, 19-8. Warriors have the lead over the Huskies.
Yeah, talking about Kutztown, I mean, conference runners-up last year and getting knocked down the first round, it can't be a good feeling, but excellent start here as we see by East Stroudsburg. They're shooting 63.6% from the field. I mean, they're cruising right now with a solid lead, 11-point lead right now at East Stroudsburg. I love the court there too. I mean, it's a great look there, but they're off to a great start. Lipinski is a great player. She's got 9 points there. I mean, it's going to be an interesting game. I mean, we follow the West so much, because that's usually where the winner comes out of. It's tough teams, and Cleve right back, and Edinburgh always being a solid program. I mean, there's 4 teams in the West right there. It's not going to be an easy path for anybody to get to the championship game, and I won't be surprised if it's 2 West teams playing for the title.
That really has been the name of the game the past few years. I was just looking through some of the historical archives of the conference and the champions. It just seemed like every time I was going down California, IUP, California, Edinburgh, Shauna Harrison makes the first one.
Yeah, it's been quite a stretch. I mean, Jeff Strom won back-to-back in 15-16. I think IUP won it after that. Might have been Edinburgh, then IUP again. I mean, it's been quite a stretch here for the West, and it usually shows in the regional rankings too, and it is this year again.
Shauna Harrison missed the second one. Shoots 56.5%, so split her trip on that one. 23 apiece with 4:38 left to go. Thanks for joining us on CUTV Sports 1 and the Vulcan Sports Radio Network. On the top, it's Fink attacking against Hudson. Was closed off through some elbows, looking for space. Rebound goes to Olivia.
Late in the shot clock there. Great defense by Olivia Hudson, shutting down that.
Now to the outside. Harrison went to toss that one. She landed a bit awkwardly. Now she looks a little distraught walking off of that. I saw she kind of took a hop step, but it will stay with Cal U, and they will retain possession, but got to watch out for that.
It's almost like a wide receiver. She's trying to keep those 2 feet in bounds. She gets off the pass, tips off an IUP defender. That's why it stayed with Cal U there. It might have looked like it just went out on her, but IUP defender gets the ball on it, and, can't afford any injuries, for Cal U.
Back to the top, DJ Hahn, and now Hudson popped off her matchup, and she'll shoot a 3-point shot. Long one, drops it.
Great bucket there by Olivia Hudson. Even with the defender close on her, she's not afraid to shoot it, and she just proved it right there, knocking down a bucket there. She's going to step up big. She's got 7 points right now, 3 of 4 from the field, and an early 3-pointer.
26-23 Vulcan lead if a foul called on this possession.
Yeah, we'll see who that one goes against. That's Bianca. That's her second. I mean, we still got about 4 minutes, a little over 3 minutes to go here. They might check her out here. They want to make sure they preserve her for the second half of this ball game.
She'll be subbed out for Harrington, as that was the second, as Alex said, on Jasper, as well as the first on the team in the second. Long shot for Alexander off the inbounds, and that's the player you want to keep from getting hot from behind the arc. Alexander has had a great season in that regard.
Yeah, she's having a great game so far. 3 of 4 from the field, 3 of 4 from downtown. And she's got 9 points in this game, leading the IUP and leading all scorers right now. So excellent start for her. she's definitely keeping IUP in this game with Cal U.
26 apiece. Was tossed inside. Alexander was the last one to get a hand on that basketball, so Cal U will hold on to it. 16 on the shot clock when they resume. 3:21 left before we hit the half.
Very identical stats when we're looking at it right now. Both teams shooting 48%. Both teams 4 of 7 from beyond the arc right now.
Offensive foul called here on the Vulcans, so Crimson Hawks get the ball back.
Yeah, we'll see. Did you see that one went on, Colin?
Be DJ Hahn picking that one up.
That's DJ Hahn's first. She's got 5 points, 6 boards in this game so far. She's definitely had an influence off the bench there. Definitely want to keep her out of foul trouble if you can.
Second one for the team. The Crimson Hawks are back at it. Fink been a large ball carrier so far for this IUP team, and she's been doing a great job of blocked away that time.
Yeah, it looked like Olivia Hudson got a hand on that one, and she's now on possession with it.
Now some forceful passing here as DJ Hahn off the roll. Foul called. Will send Hahn back to the line.
Didn't see a ton of contact there, but that's going to be on Griggs, I believe, and that's going to be her second of the game. DJ's got to head back to the line, see if she can redeem herself from earlier.
Fourth on the team. 1 left to give here before it's free throws for the rest of the second for Cal U.
Commend Tom McConnell, not sending anybody to the table right now. I mean, Mascaro's been playing on 2 for a while now, and looks like he's comfortable with Griggs playing on 2 with just about 3 minutes left with Cal U leading by 1.
Hahn makes her first gimme of the game, now 1 of 3. Looking to go 50% here, 2 of 4 with this one. That one's good. It's a big one to get over that mental hurdle of missing both of those early ones.
Solid. I mean, she's been battling in a lot of aspects. I mean, she was dealing with what it looked like a little bit of an ankle injury. She seems to be doing okay now and hitting 2 from the line there.
28-26, Vulcans grab the lead back off the free throws. Mascaro on the outside, working around, and they'll call the offensive foul here as Harrison is down.
Interesting call there by the officials. I felt like it looked more like Shauna had fallen over than it was a charge, but the refs both see it a different way. 2 officials called it a charge, so there wasn't no objection there, and Cal U takes over possession.
We'll send Mascaro to the bench here for that. The check-in for the Crimson Hawks, number 2, Michaela Lovelace, the sophomore from Leechburg, PA. It was the 5th foul on IUP, so free throws for the remainder of this quarter. Harrison on the run, trying to find some separation here, and she continues. Looks like having some struggle issues with one of her ankles.
Yeah, she slipped a little bit down there. IUP enamored with no travel call, which they probably are right to be.
I agree.
And an outlet pass to Olivia Hudson, which would have been a huge bucket to give Cal U a 5-point lead with just 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
Now Lovelace on the offensive end, trying to spin pass 2, short off the front, and rebound Harrington.
Great job by Harrington. That's a bit of a mismatch with her with her there.
Now Harrington will shoot a 3 on the opposite, and that one curved left and missed it. Trying to save it there. Hudson couldn't grab it in time. Crimson Hawks getting the ball back.
Never seen Jess complain about an open shot. She always says she'll be happy with it. I mean, she might be a little bit upset that was taken so early in the shot clock, but Kelly's got to refocus here on the defensive end and try to make another stop.
Lovelace looking for the penetration. Griggs able to catch up to the loose ball. 1:28 left to go before the half. Fink throws it to the outside for Alexander. Want to stay tight on her. She's 3 of 4 from behind the 3-point arc for the Crimson Hawks. Lovelace now has us one to the far side with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Make it 3, 2, 1. Deanna forced to throw up a shot. Rather, Myers missed that one short. Goes into the hand of Harrington.
Yeah, great job, Cal, just blocking them down the entire possession there and forcing a shot late in the shot clock. And Myers is a great 3-point shooter, but it was a little bit rushed there. Oh, that's going to be a huge foul if that goes on Griggs there. That could be her 3rd.
You said that about the last matchup, Alex. They found a way to get Griggs into foul trouble, and that ended up helping the Vulcans prevail at home.
Yeah, she was forced out early in the 3rd quarter, I believe, when we were playing them at home. And, I mean, they weren't really able to get her back in and get in any rhythm. And that's her 3rd now. 2 more to use. It's going to be very hard to imagine Tom McConnell starting her in the second half, but we'll have to see.
Now, Mara Deanna was waiting to check in. She finds her way in for Griggs now. That was the 3rd for her.
I will say it was kind of tangled feet there, but those calls do get made in this game, even if it's incidental. And she picks up her 3rd there and heads to the bench.
Noah's chatting on the way up here with a few different players. What I saw on the way in, I said I had a feeling this one's going to be called pretty close to the vest. I mean, a lot riding on this one. I'm not totally surprised, and I agree. Under a minute left to go, so it's a 30-26 lead for your Vulcans. IUP chance starting to rain down as Fink misses a shot on the inside. Blocked away on the second opportunity. Now stolen away by Hudson. She'll take off to the races here. Harrington on the break with her. Trying to go up against two. Allen able to follow that one. Looking for it and got it. That's why you always have a trailer, folks.
Great job by Brianna Allen. She's right in the spot to get the rebound. Hallie Harrington was also trailing right there, so two people waiting to get on that, and great job getting the rebound after Olivia Hudson made the block that turned into the steal.
32-26 Vulcan lead. This crowd trying to will their Crimson Hawks back to tying this ball game before the half. Down to 16 on the clock, and a foul called as Hudson was in on the defensive effort against Alexander.
I believe that's not going to be called a shooting foul. They're going to say that was going to go out of bounds, which I'm a bit surprised about because Alexander looked like she was going up for the shot.
I agree.
And they call it, he's claiming it was before there, but it is what it is, and IUP's going to take a three here.
First for Hudson, third on the team, and that one drops in for the Crimson Hawks.
Alexander would rather take that, man. She's 4 or 5 from beyond the arc, and she's willing IUP to stay in this game.
3, 2, 1 to try to head in the half on a bucket. Harrison falling backwards, could not get that one, and that will bring us to our halftime break here, Alex. CalU 32, IUP 29.
I mean, CalU's doing an excellent job shooting right now, 42%, 11 of 26 from the field. Not a ton of threes like we're used to seeing. They're only 4 of 9. And then a huge discrepancy, as we're going to see, from the foul line. Cal's 6 of 10, while IUP's only taken 1 foul shot the entire game. Rebounding has been excellent for both sides. CalU has a 17-15 lead. And, you know, it's going to be an interesting game here in the second half. IUP at 6 turnovers, which, you know, that's not a lot for Cal to be forcing them into. So that's why this game is relatively close. But, you know, we'll see. DJ Hahn, 9 points. Olivia Hudson, 7. So the bench is willing CalU into this game.
Can CalU find a way to spoil IUP's historic season to this point in time? They have a 26-2 record, the best in the history of the program, and the 21-1 league record is also the best that the Crimson Hawks have ever had in their program history. Stay tuned to find out if they can manage to pull off the upset here. CalU 32, IUP 29. More basketball coming up after the halftime break here on CUTV, CUTV Sports 1, and the Vulcan Sports Radio Network. Welcome back. Halftime just about wrapped up here. Cal U 32, IUP 29. Alex, let's talk about some of these halftime stats here.
Yeah, it's been key for the Vulcans has been the bench. I mean, we look at the stats, and Olivia Hudson's leading the way for the team with 9 points, followed by DJ Hahn's leading the team with 9 points. Olivia Hudson with 7 points. So that's been the key influence in them getting points, and that's always strong to when your bench is playing that well. And then when you look at IUP, a lot of the play has been predicated on Alexander. She's having an excellent game from beyond the arc, one of the better three-point shooters in this league. She's 4 or 5 from beyond the arc currently. A key thing to look at heading into the second half is Lexi Griggs. She has 7 points, but now she's sitting on 3 fouls. What will Tom McConnell's idea be heading into the second half with her?
One update out of the other PSAC West tournament games. The 2 seed Gannon hosting the 3 seed Fighting Scott. Edinburgh team, 7:18 left to go in that second quarter. Edinburgh 13, Gannon 12.
Yeah, that's an interesting game for sure. I mean, like we said, Cleve right back there trying to will this team to a Final Four appearance in the PSAC tournament, so we'll see if he comes through with that.
Back on the eastern side, in the East Stroudsburg 2 and Bloomsburg 6 matchup, 34-15. Warriors taking the lead into the room at the half.
Yeah, Bloomsburg coming up with the upset win, but now it's kind of setting into place how good East Stroudsburg is.
And the 1-4 matchup, Shippensburg and Shepherd, 41-24.
Ariel Jones key in that game right now. She's 19 points. I mean, 5 of 10 from the field, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. She has definitely been the reason this team has a great lead right now.
Back to our action here. They'll force the lob onto the inside. Stolen away. It goes back to Jasper.
Yeah, we look at the team out here right now. Mascaro, I believe, is out on the court, and so is Lexi Griggs. They're both actually sitting on 3 fouls as I looked at the stats there, so that is going to be very interesting to see how that plays out. They might not be able to play the type of defense they want to, and they're a great defensive team.
Thought we saw Griggs step out of bounds there on that one, but she was able to save it, and they get the bounce in. Boy, I'll tell you what, that was as close as they come on that baseline. I could have sworn I saw a heel on the W in Hawks.
Yeah, I mean, the official's right down there. I got to trust her vision over ours a little bit further away, and you know, great job by keeping it in bounds, and, you know, got to live with it if you're the Vulcans. No argument from the bench either for the Cal either.
All tied at 32 after that made take. Bent on the inside and one on the way. Floated it up, and now she'll get a chance for one more.
I know our friend back in Buchanan is off his seat right now after a great and one there by Lauren Bennett.
He definitely has to be in Dylan Goudet.
I think our viewership just spiked up a little bit on YouTube due to that basket, so we'll see if that wills us forward here.
The 79% free throw shooter missed the and one opportunity, so we'll stay a 2-point lead, 34-32. Looking to hit Mascaro on the roll, and she makes good on that attempt. Looked like some textbook basketball there.
Yeah, great job here by IUP coming out. Great message from Tom McConnell at the halftime, I guess, has led to them tying up this game early in the third quarter.
Now Allen on the inside against 2. Put too much on that one as it went straight over top of the basket.
Yeah, Lauren Bennett getting a whistle for the foul there, trying to get a steal from the backside there. Just not getting through with that as IUP will keep possession here, and Lauren Bennett picks up a foul.
It'll be the first for Bennett, first for the team here in the third quarter. Griggs back with this one just outside the 3-point line. Looking to force the lob. Got it to Mascaro, looking to finish it. Got too much bounce on it, and it falls back out. Yeah, great look. I mean, she had Hallie Harrington on her there, which is a great mismatch for her to exploit, and just didn't get it to go, didn't get it to fall this time. Bennett back to Harrison. And playing tight on Shauna. Haven't given her many opportunities to let the 3-ball fly out of her hands. Now Allen working her way down inside the paint, threw up a tough shot against 2, might I add, and couldn't get it.
Yeah, I mean, there hasn't been a ton of fouls called in this game, even though we talked about the fouls going towards IUP. I haven't really had much to argue with either way. I mean, I think it's been a pretty clean called game.
It was getting pretty close to the vest there towards the halfway point of that second quarter, but now they're really starting to let them play with 7:33 left to go in this third quarter. There's a missed shot for the Crimson Hawks. Batted around. Bennett fighting for this one. It's loose. Chase down. Here's Allen pushing it. 2-on-1 the other way. Other Vulcans coming to join. Allen will pull up for a long 2. Missed it.
I don't think Jeff Strom really liked that move. I mean, you got a 2-on-1 situation. You got to force the defender to go one way or the other and get a basket.
Now Alexander will try for another 3. She misses that one. Rebound on the inside, second chance points missed, looking for a third opportunity. It's in the hands of Myers and the foul call.
I mean, it's going to be a big issue for the Vulcans right now. Hallie Harrington is down low. I mean, she just doesn't have the size to rebound the ball. I don't know how much longer they can really stick with her, you know, against a very tall IUP team. I mean, there are tall players out there, and she's mismatched against almost everyone out there.
Looking for an inbound partner, goes long and finding. Now Mascaro on the inside, trying to work against Lauren Bennett. Shot up and one on the way for the Crimson Hawks this time with a great finish.
Yeah, Mascaro's come out here in the second half on fire. I mean, that's a great and one there. She made an early basket to tie this game up. And, you know, IUP has definitely gotten things going. It seems like they're finding their brand of basketball early in the second half.
Only had one other opportunity at the line back in the first half, and she missed it. Looking to get this one, and drops that one in. 1 of 2 on the day for Mascaro.
Yeah, nice little roll there, and we'll see if the Vulcans can find an offensive rhythm here as Olivia Hudson is coming down to check in, as well as DJ Hahn.
That might be to try to cure some of those height ailments you're talking about, Alex. As Harrington fires from 3, that one was long, ends up in the hands of Allen. She went up against 4, popped out of the hands of Griggs, and she claims that.
Yeah, IUP is definitely getting a rhythm here.
Now they drop in another 2, and this could be a run. Might want to consider taking a timeout to try to break here. It makes it 39-34 Crimson Hawks.
Yeah, Jeff Strom not really one known to call timeouts. Yeah, I mean, it definitely wouldn't hurt right here, but they're going to run the offense here and see if they can stop this drought here, as IUP is on a 7-0 run.
To the near side for Jasper, has 8 to shoot. Make it 7-6, working on the inside kick out for a Bennett three-point opportunity. Drops it in. Vulcan faithful like that one.
Big basket there. They needed an answer, and they found it. Lauren Bennett coming through with a big three-pointer to cut this deficit down to 2 points.
39-37. Alexander to the top. Now Griggs. Pass off to Mascaro. Towards the top of the key here. She'll try a 3 of her own. Missed that one to the left. Deanna in the right place for a second chance opportunity, and a foul called on the shot.
Yeah, Vulcans are struggling on the boards early in the second half here, and it's definitely playing a role into why IUP is finding so much success as Olivia Hudson and DJ Hahn check into the game, which it looks for Shauna Harrison heading to the bench as well as Brianna Allen.
Ended up being the second on Harrington. 4th on the team, and there's the shot up. That one is missed by Deanna. It was her first attempt of the evening.
Yeah, looking at the second half box score, IUP was 7 rebounds already in the third quarter, and it's already 3 offensive boards.
The 61% shooter misses both in Deanna, and they'll call the tie-up here. Vulcans grab possession back off that.
The IUP strong second half. They're 4-9 from the field. They're getting it done, you know, only 1 turnover so far. We look at the Vulcans right now. They've been forced into a pair of turnovers. They're 2 of 6 from the field. I mean, they got to clean it up here. They've been out-rebounded by 3 so far in the third quarter.
Hahn took a long 2 opportunity. That one rattled out. Crimson Hawks claim it. 5:15 left to go in our third as Alexander kicks it back out to Deanna. They pass across court for a 3 for Myers. Rattles out. Rebound Mascaro so they can try it again. Now another one for Alexander. That one's way short into the hands of Griggs. Right underneath, and she makes good.
Boxing out becoming a huge issue here. I mean, it's something that Vulcans definitely need to discuss in the next media break or timeout, whichever one comes first. I mean, you know, this is what IUP likes to do, and the height is now coming into play. Now they're playing the style they want to play. It seems like they've really gotten it going here in the third quarter.
Now Hudson will take this one inside. Found a clean path and gets 2.
Yeah, Olivia Hudson, DJ Hahn, 2 names to keep a look on in the second half here. I mean, they were excellent in the first. We'll see if they can keep it up in the third and fourth quarters.
41-39. 4.5 minutes left to go in the third. Alexander on the roll, kick back out for Myers. Myers will try a 3. Jasper in a defensive effort, but it's for naught as that one falls.
Excellent hit by Myers there, hand in the face from the senior, and she just makes them pay. And, you know, IUP increases this lead to 5.
44-39. Bennett on the roll. Went up against 2. Highly contested shot. Hahn fighting for that one. Took a hand to the face. Ended up out of bounds, and it will stay on this end for Cal U. Bring us to a timeout here media-wise. Alex, let's check out some of the team leaders for these teams.
Yeah, we look at the team leaders for the Vulcans. I mean, in scoring, it is Monica Burns, 14.2 points, but she has obviously been out since we last saw her against the Slippery Rock in early January. So the big leader for the team actually has been Bianca Jasper. On the boards, Shauna Harrison has been excellent, 5.7 rebounds. Jasper also doing well in the assist and steal categories, 146 assists, 71 steals, and also leading the team in minutes. As we look at the Crimson Hawks here, Mascaro, obviously, we've been talking about her. She's having an excellent second half, 14.3 points. Rebounds has gone to Myers, as we talk about the great height. And then Griggs is also leading in assists and steals, and Myers with 34.5 minutes. So, it doesn't seem like they're going to change up much of what they have in the starting lineup if the foul issues don't precede them. And, it's actually working in the second half, Colin.
I want to give a quick shout out to all our friends on the D2 message board. Thank you for joining us here today. Glad we can bring you a great broadcast for you to enjoy some Atlantic Region basketball.
Yeah, it's been an interesting second half here. I mean, Calu's shooting percentage is slowly falling, as we kind of predicted would happen here. But I mean, still shooting positively from three-point land. And then,
the big thing, if you want to talk about it here, the fact that they're still keeping that field goal percentage relatively higher than they're known for at 40% right now. It's been down in the 30s a lot for most of the season due to the fact that they take a lot of shots.
A lot of threes, too. I mean, threes are not the most high percentage look, and, that's been their MO this year. They're 5 of 11 today, so we'll see what happens.
Back with this one here for DJ Hahn. Now Olivia Hudson throws this one onto the inside and goes for DJ Hahn for 2. That one rattles around, can't get it. To the top for Alexander now. One set to come in for Calu at our next stoppage. Deanna trying to hit on the roll for Myers. Onto the inside against 3, blocked away. Hudson grabs this one. Could have been another big opportunity for Myers below the basket there, but good defense closes that one away. Now Hudson on the roll, trying to put the team on her back here for another 2. Misjudged that one a bit, couldn't get it.
She kind of goes a little heavy sometimes, and that'll adjust over time for the freshman, and hopefully that will be a lot easier look when she's coming down hard.
Griggs shed her matchup there and drops that one through. Great play for the Crimson Hawks. One more on the way.
Yeah, AP, great job by Lexi Griggs driving down the hoop, picking up the foul and one on an easy look underneath the hoop, and there's going to be a change here as Hallie Harrington heads to the bench for Shauna Harrison, as it seems like Jess is now trying to match height for height out here in terms of the players, as we were describing rebound issues and now defensive issues, so we'll see what happens here.
Griggs and one opportunity, missed it. Rebound Hudson. Was the first attempt for Griggs on the day.
Yeah, Jasper's really got to step up as a team leader here and, either find assists, rebounds, or points here, as she's been held in check most of this game.
DJ Hahn fought for that one, tried to go for the dead ball spin to drop it in, but couldn't get it. Mascaro back to the top for Alexander. They work the perimeter with this one, and Myers will fire away from 3. Missed that one. Deanna fighting for it. Hahn grabbed it, but lost it back to Griggs. They'll go into the outside. Mascaro with the fake. Straight in against 2. Missed it with the foul call.
Yeah, Cal's just sporadic all around on defense right now, unable to pick up a man. It kind of similar to what we saw when they played Gannon in that 4-point loss when it got late in that game. They ended up spreading the defense really thin. And it's Deanna who's really boxing out almost the entire Vulcans team to make sure they get these second opportunities. They really need to find an answer down there.
It's the 3rd foul for DJ Hahn. That's 5th on the team. So free throws for the majority of the last 2:30 coming for the Hawks. Next one coming here. Missed that one, so another split trip for IUP at the line. 47-39. Vulcans could use a bucket here.
Scoreless over the last 2 minutes here, Colin.
Have to watch DJ Hahn play careful here. Always been a bright spot off the bench the past couple of games. Looks like she'll try to attack. They'll call it the foul. Had some contact there as Hahn was attacking the rack.
Yeah, that's going on Deanna, number 25. That's going to be her second.
Looks like it'll be the second on the team as well. Inbounded back to Hudson. 2:05 left to go in our 3rd quarter. Hudson tries for the turnaround. Jay banks it in.
Banks open here in Indiana. Olivia Hudson finds an answer here as they're trying to keep this game close.
Banks are open. Let's see which team can cash their check into the Final Four this weekend. Towards the top, it's Alexander working on this one. Decides to dump off. Muscaro onto the inside against Shauna Harrison. Walked her the whole way to the baseline. Now she'll swing it back out. Down to 8 to shoot, make it 7. Still counting down for Myers. Hahn with the block on the inside. Now it's into the hands of Hudson. Good effort there for Cal U on that defensive stand. Now Hahn on the cut, drops it in.
Great court vision by Bianca Jasper. DJ Hahn cutting right to the hoop. Excellent move by both players as Cal cuts this lead down to 4.
47 to 43. The Crimson Hawks with the advantage with 1:05 left to go before we hit our fourth quarter of play. Griggs on win this ball game. They will host the women's Final Four this weekend, as the higher seeded West team will be the one hosting, as last year was the East. Now it's in the West.
It's going to be the third there on Deanna. I mean, they're playing with a pretty much Deanna, Mascaro, and Griggs all on 3, but, you know, as we talked about the foul trouble, none of them have picked up one in the third here, as the ones Griggs and Mascaro.
It's the third team foul with 18 seconds left to go. That one's lost by DJ Hahn. Alexander racing up the floor at this one, down to 10 in this third quarter. Now it's stolen away by Hudson, read it the whole way, just has to put it in all alone. Missed it with 2 seconds on the clock, and she is frustrated with that.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that in the past a couple of times with some Vulcan players. She just ran down the court. She goes so fast down the court. She rushed the shot a bit and then misses, and could have cut this lead down to 6, and now IUP will be able to go to the line.
2 on the way for Raja Fink now, number 33. Shoots 64.4%. Able to connect on the first. 52-43. Trying to push this to a 10-point lead heading into the fourth quarter. And missed it. So we'll stay at 9 here, and that will bring us to our fourth quarter of action. IUP 52, Cal U 43. Stay tuned for the fourth quarter of this playoff action right here on CUTV, CUTV Sports 1 and the Vulcan Sports Radio Network.
Pride and passion drives the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. From 55 NCAA championship teams, 294 individual national champs, and counting. Who's next? Make the PSAC yours. PSAC Proud is winning in athletics and in the classroom. Over 3,100 PSAC student athletes are honored as scholar athletes. It's a perfect mix of athletics and academics. It's time to make the PSAC yours.
Back here, fourth quarter of action. Moments away from getting underway. Let's check out the halftime mark here in the other Western Conference matchup. Gannon 31, Edinburgh 26. Gannon the 2 seed, Fighting Scots the 3 seed. Fighting Scots were playing with the lead throughout the majority of that first half, but Gannon fought back to take it.
Yeah, low-scoring first quarter there. I mean, Edinburgh had an 11-7 lead, and then you look at the second half, or the second quarter, should I say, and Gannon goes up 24 to 15 in the second quarter, holds a solid lead there, 5-point lead at the half.
Shepherd 37, Shippensburg 54 with 44 seconds left in the third quarter of that one. The 1 seed in the East starting to run away with this one against the 4 seed.
Ariel Jones on fire, 10 of 10 from the line, 6 of 12 from the field, 25 points.
Unreal numbers. Shippensburg shooting 92% from the free throw stripe. And East Stroudsburg and Bloomsburg 39 to 25. Warriors holding the lead as the 2 seed against the 6 seed.
Yeah, Bloomsburg cutting that lead down a little bit, so that's good to see that they're coming back in that game a bit.
Had the opening 2 games on the women's side for the Mountain East tournament today, as Fink goes into the inside part of the court here. Now on the cut, it's Alexander. Just has to find a way, and greatly designed play there as they make a 2-point opportunity drop in.
Yeah, the Vulcans are going to have to find an answer early on defense and find shots and control the boards as best as they can if they want to come out with a victory here.
Crowd looking for the defense to get alive here as Jasper tries to throw up a runner. Missed it off the front and into the hands of Fink.
It's been a tough game for Bianca Jasper, as IUP has really been focusing, I think, on her the most. She's the player capable of doing the most damage, whether it's on the boards or in the assists or even scoring.
Now to the outside for Fink again. 10 to shoot for the Crimson Hawks. They'll call the offensive foul here on IUP. Fans not happy with that one.
Fans are not happy with that one. I think he was calling the arm bar, to break the defender off, but it was a bang. I mean, I feel like we see that week in and week out. It gets called there on Fink, and it's a turnover there, and maybe something the Vulcans can use for momentum.
So here's Jasper bringing this one back up the floor as Jameer Jeffries makes her way into the ball game for Cal U. The first time today we've seen her. Hudson will try a three opportunity, long one off the back. Rebound Deanna.
There's no one crashing the boards there for Cal U to give him a second chance, as IUP has been controlling the boards. I mean, they out-rebounded Cal U 17-9 in the third quarter.
That's just a testament to their size as Fink travels onto the inside. Can't get the close shot to go. 8:20 left in this one. Now Jasper will try a two. Missed it off the side. They can't buy one right now.
It's tough. I mean, you get two empty possessions there for IUP. You force a turnover, you get a missed shot, and you go back down there twice and come up empty in a game where you're down 11 points.
Alexander working on Bennett, down to 10 to shoot for the Crimson Hawks now. Along the baseline, almost ran out of room as Fink will try a three with 6 on the clock. Missed it. Rebound goes to Jasper, and she'll motor forward with this one. Looking at Jeffries on the cut. She'll slow up. Pass out for Bennett. Now into the corner for Hudson. She'll try a three again. This one's good.
Big answer there by Olivia Hudson. She's had an excellent game, stepping off offensively. 14 points for her in this ball game right now, as Cal U tries to work this lead down by 8.
54-46. The Crimson Hawks still hold the advantage. One coming in for either side at our next stoppage. Crimson Hawk faithful trying to get the IUP chant going here. Down to 7 on the shot clock. Crimson Hawks looking for a great opportunity. Make it 3-2. Alexander throws up a turnaround shot at the buzzer. Rebound goes to Bennett. See what Jasper can do here. Ran out of room, couldn't find something. Now they'll try to swing it inside of Jeffries, back out. Bennett alone for a three-point shot. Missed that one by a mile.
I mean, we can't ask for a better look than that. I just don't.
She might have rushed it a little.
She might have, but it didn't hit the rim, didn't hit the backboard, just went straight out of bounds. It's a tough opportunity. It seemed like they were getting a good look there as the passes were coming into the paint and then back outside. Just wasn't able to hit there.
Bennett replaced by Brianna Allen as she's back onto the floor. It's Griggs controlling this one towards the top. She'll get it back on the inside. Tried to swing it in with some power here. It's dead ball on the ground, and now they'll push it for Hudson on the break against one. Makes good on that one. Missed one on the break the last time around, but able to convert that one.
16 points for Olivia Hudson, 7 of 13 right now with a pair of three-pointers. I mean, excellent game by the freshman. Definitely stepping up in a tough atmosphere in the postseason.
54-48. 6:05 left to go in this fourth quarter. Winner advances to the Final Four beginning on Saturday. Out of bounds it goes. It will stay with the Crimson Hawks. 5:59 on the clock and 11 on the shot clock.
The IUP hasn't scored in just over 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 17 seconds. I mean, Cal U has been able to get this lead down to 6 now. It's going to be key for them.
Mascara will trot this one out, back behind the three. Take an opportunity from the line. Missed it with 5 on the shot clock. That had the potential to be a backbreaker. Allen on the break, pots it through, and now you have a Crimson Hawk slow to get up here as Alexander looks to be in a bit of discomfort.
Yeah, a bit of a run here by Cal U. 7-0 run over the last 2 minutes. Crimson Hawks have missed their last 4 shots as Alexander's willing it forward here on the offensive end.
She's still a bit shaken up. Out of the near side as Mascara hops her way through, catches a screen, able to find herself free. Jeffries in on the effort. Out of the top, Alexander will try a three. That one's short into the hands of Jasper. Vulcans taking advantage of a scoring drought here for IUP, and they have their fans and the bench excited. We have a foul call. It might be to try to help get Alexander out of the game here, Alex. She's still trying to walk this off. And I think she'll get her substitution, and she will, as Michaela Lovelace will sub her out.
Yeah, and they also called a foul on Mascaro there. That's her fourth that just came through on the live stats here. So losing Alexander, Mascaro playing with one more foul to give, and she's out of this game. I mean, it's going to come down here to the final 5 minutes. Very exciting.
There's a shot missed by Harrison. Now Hudson trying to clean this one up. Long off the back, missed it. There's also the second team foul on the Crimson Hawks, by the way.
Two decent looks there by Cal U. It's tough to come away with nothing there.
IUP chant still raining down here. Mascaro playing with 4 fouls. Looks to take it into the inside. Looking for hands-up defense from Shauna Harrison on inside. And they will get the foul call. That should bring us to a media timeout here. And I do believe it will. We will go ahead and take a commercial break here. IUP 54, Cal U 50, 4:42 left to go on this one. Stay tuned for this exciting conclusion right here on CUTV, CUTV Sports 1 and Vulcan Sports Radio Network.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Welcome back to the KCAC on the campus of Indiana University of Pennsylvania in this 1-4 matchup in the PSAC West. The quarterfinals of the Pennsylvania State Athletic Tournament. Winner advances to the Final Four beginning on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, we thought IUP was pulling away with it there early in the fourth quarter, but Cal U willing their way back into this game. They're on a 7-0 run over the last 3 minutes. IUP missing their last 5 shots and have been scoreless for nearly 5 minutes now. Alexander dealing with an injury now. We'll see what the extent of her coming back into this game. Mascaro playing with 4 fouls. Deanna and Griggs both playing with 3 fouls. You know, if I was IUP, I would not want this game to go to overtime.
Mascaro makes good on the first opportunity from the line. One more on the way from the foul before the break. Gets both. Yeah, 56-50, Alex.
Yeah, we were talking at the break. Cal had a 6 of 10 from the line, from the free throw line, and IUP only had 1. Now IUP has 10 to our 1, so things have all started to even out here in the second half.
4.5 minutes left to go. 6-point lead for those Crimson Hawks. Now Shauna Harrison will try a 2-point opportunity. It was a long one, but makes it.
Big shot there by Shauna Harrison coming through. Every shot's going to count here down the stretch as Cal U keeps it within 4.
56-52. 1 set to come in for the Crimson Hawks at the next stoppage. Myers on the outside. Now the Vulcans trying to get their defensive chant running here. Mascaro will take it onto the inside, pull up for a runner, missed it, rebound goes to Jasper. Just a dribble through 2, pumps the brakes to make some space. It's getting tight down the stretch here. Looking for a good opportunity. Hudson with this one, she'll attack against 2 and got it. And just like that, Alex, it's a 2-point ball game, 56-54.
Credit to Olivia Hudson. The freshman is just coming through so big right now. 18 points here. Tom McConnell forced to take a timeout.
Unbelievable run here. Crimson Hawks have gone cold to say the least from the field, and the Vulcans starting to bring it back.
Yeah, cold is an understatement. No, they have not made a field goal in over 6 minutes. They're 0 of 6 from the field during that stretch. The offense is struggling to find a rhythm without Alexander, and you know Cal U has definitely worked this right back into it.
We talked about it earlier here. The Mountain East Conference getting their tournament action underway beginning today. Had 2 matchups for their games. It was the 7-10 matchup, Wheeling and Davis and Elkins. Wheeling the 7th seed, Davis and Elkins the 10 seed. Wheeling got the win 69-60 behind a large rebound total from former Cal U transfer Lily Ritz.
Yeah, Lily Ritz has had an unbelievable season at Wheeling. I mean, she's averaging a double-double this season. Wheeling wishes they were having a little better season, but she is a talent, man. And I mean, if she was on a better team, she'd probably be an All-American.
In the 8-9 matchup, West Liberty and West Virginia State. Was West Virginia State getting the win 64-54. West Liberty actually upset a regionally ranked team a few weeks ago in Notre Dame.
Yeah, West Liberty is a good team, very up and down year. I mean, that's a great win on Cal U's resume, is beating West Lib earlier this season. And
they beat West Liberty as well, or rather West Virginia State as well in that non-conference matchup back in December.
Yeah, that's a great win there. I mean, they've done a great job against the MEC. They beat Fairmont State as well. You know, so they definitely beat a couple teams on this list here. And, you know, we'll see how this pans out, because the MEC tournament pretty much holds Cal U's fate at this moment if they don't come away with a win tonight.
Back to action here, the Crimson Hawks with this possession control. Griggs attacks onto the inside, drops into 2. It was quite the possession there for someone who's playing with 3 fouls.
She's been unafraid, and she's been playing the entire second half. I mean, Tom McConnell has faith in her to keep the fouls low and don't pick up anything bad. At this point, she's good to go with 3 fouls.
Jasper on the inside. That one was blocked away by Mascaro. Tough opportunity for Jasper to take one down low against a much taller opponent.
She's not much of a back down player, so that was an interesting look to see from her.
Hudson got shook loose there by Alexander. Couldn't make the 3 attempt. Would have blew the roof off this place.
Yeah, definitely would have, and might have put this game to sleep.
Here's Hudson trying to put a 3 away. Batted around, claimed by Fink. Down to 2:38 left to go in the 4th. Looks like we'll have a foul called here as Hahn will rack up another.
Yeah, just trying to get a sneaky little turnover there, but yeah, picks up, I think that's going to be her 4th of the game right now.
Tell you what, hometown fans were not a fan of that at all.
No, they were not. They were on their feet. You know, the ref was a little bit delayed on the whistle, I thought, and he definitely, but it was the right call. It was the right call at the end of the day.
58-54, Crimson Hawk lead. Griggs looking to take over the final 2:23 of this ball game. Mascaro to the top with 10 on the shot clock. Trying to walk across the baseline, punched out of bounds there by Shauna Harrison. Went flying away, and it should be staying with the Crimson Hawks. They have to set up something quick here. Only 3 on that shot clock.
3 on the shot clock, leading 58-54 with just over 2 minutes to go. A big basket here could help them, propel them to this victory.
They throw it away. Forced to chase it down here. Griggs has it, has 1 on the shot clock. Alexander missed it. They'll call the violation.
That awareness by the team, I'm surprised. You know, the coaches weren't screaming that you only had 3 seconds left. It seemed like they were just inbounding like it was like they had
normal play,
like they had 20 seconds maybe, and they did not. And neither Alexander or Griggs seemed to know where the shot clock was at, and Vulcans take over possession. Lucky for them.
Vulcans trying to madden the march for IUP, top seed in the Atlantic region and the western part of the PSAC tournament. A minute 50 separates us from the conclusion of this one, and Hudson drops in another 2, unconscious Alex.
She has been taking over for the Vulcans. As a freshman, she has no fear. She's ready to go. She's 20 points right now. This is an unbelievable performance by Olivia Hudson.
58-56, Crimson Hawks with the 2-point lead. A minute and a half left to go. Alexander on the outside. Now back to Fink. Almost lost in translation there. DJ Hahn along for the ride. In on defense, they missed it.
Vulcans with a chance to tie or take the lead on this possession coming down the floor.
Want to play it smart here. And that's exactly what they'll do, as Coach Strom will take a timeout and try to draw something up.
Yeah, the Vulcan faithful getting on their feet, cheering on this team, trying to will them into this game. It's been a great support. Great to see former alumni out here. Everybody making the trip to Indiana, looking for an upset victory here.
Minute 14 left to go in this one. A 2-point lead for these Crimson Hawks.
Yeah, it's been a tough fourth quarter. Sorry to step on you there, Colin.
Oh, no, fine.
Tough fourth quarter. Scoreless over the last 2 minutes. 1 of 9 from their last 10 shots. They had such a strong third quarter. Now it's kind of catching up in the fourth as the shooting percentage are starting to even out. IUP shooting 41, Vulcan shooting 39%.
It'll be an interesting play should they draw up the least here. But back to the regional rankings. Last poll being released before Selection Sunday at the end of this week. IUP in the top spot, 25-2 is their current record. Cal U in the 7th spot, 20-8. That's the record they bring to the floor. A lot of teams separating them, but this could wreak some havoc on the poll, Alex.
It definitely could. I mean, IUP wants to have the hosting rights in the region. It's definitely a big game for them. I mean, they still have a much longer road to go down in the PSAC tournament with the Final Four and the finals too. So it's not just this game, you have to worry about. And Cal, with a win here, I believe will seal their chances of making the NCAA tournament again under head coach Jeff Strom.
Have beaten IUP twice, and IUP will have 3 losses at that point if they get the win here, and 2 of them come from Cal U.
Yeah, it'd be quite unbelievable. Cal U is 4-1 against teams in the regional rankings right now. A win here would make them 5-3. Not a lot of teams can say they have 5 wins over regionally ranked opponents.
Back to Hudson. Swung it over for Harrison, now Hahn. 1:06, the game clock reads. Vulcans looking to tie or take the lead with this possession. Hahn on the outside, swings some elbows, throws it a bit low. Jasper able to corral here, down to 6 on the shot clock. Hudson will try a 3-point opportunity, drops it in. Olivia Hudson is amped, and the Vulcans take the lead.
She is absolutely amped about it. I think we might be talking about a clock issue possibly on that shot. They're discussing it. I don't believe it stopped on the mate shot. So they're going to go and talk to the table here. But Olivia Hudson, unconscious, 23 points in this ball game. The freshman has just been unbelievable in this second half, and she wants the ball, and it's tough to see. You don't see a lot of freshmen in this league wanting it, and there will be a timeout called by Tom McConnell.
I am speechless about the performance by the freshman Olivia Hudson. Crimson Hawks with their own backs against the wall here in their home facility.
Yeah, we're talking here, looking at the second half box score. Olivia Hudson at 23 points now, 16 in the second half, 7 of 12 from the field. She has been unreal right now and willing this team. I mean, the next closest scorer to her is Lauren Bennett with 5 points. So it's been all coming from Olivia Hudson in the second half as she gives the Vulcans a 1-point lead with under a minute to play.
52.8 seconds on the game clock. Winner once again advances to the Final Four. It will be hosted by the highest remaining Western seed, which could potentially be Gannon or Edinburgh. But over in the third quarter of that one, Gannon 34, Edinburgh 26.
We talk about these games, Colin. These are March games, and they're so big right now. And it's great to see a freshman like Olivia Hudson step up. I mean, it's invaluable experience that she is having a game like this right now, whether this might be the last game for the season or the game heading into the NCAA tournament.
Mascaro along the line, right beneath the basket, dribbles out against 2, throws it into the hands of DJ Hahn, and a foul call. And Alex, that's going to be the 5th foul on Mascaro. Her day is done with 14 points.
Her day is done. She's had an excellent game, 14 points, 7 rebounds for the team. 5 fouls, she's out of this game. And as it's close here, we never know what the outcome's going to be here. But that's tough. That's tough for IUP.
Ball back to the Vulcans here. Coach Strom will take another timeout.
Jeff Strom wants to draw up the best play possible here because this next bucket could give them at least a 3-point lead, which is probably where exactly they want to be at. And if Olivia Hudson maybe comes through with another 3-pointer, it's going to put a lot of pressure on IUP.
I mean, this is a thing that they definitely want to work towards, though, if they're IUP. Great teams, they find their way through adversity time in and time out. What a story would it be for them to find their way back into this one, take the lead late with only 39 seconds left?
Yeah, it's been a nail biter of a game. It's just been a tough fourth quarter actually for IUP. Came out so on fire in the third. Something has just switched off here for this team. It hasn't really. Mascaro's foul trouble has been an issue for the game, but Briggs has been out of foul trouble. You kind of hope she can step up a little more. She has 15 points, 7 of 7 from the field. Alexander, we talked about her being so strong. She had 17 points. She had 12 at the break. She's only provided 5 in the second half. You're going to have to be looking at probably those 2 girls to step up here. And, Jess needs to realize that if they come up empty on this end.
Harrison will head to the far side of the court to inbound this one. 59-58, the Vulcan lead with 39 seconds left in this game. Vulcan's the 4 seed, IUP the 1 seed in the PSAC. They bring the double on Jasper, pushes her way forward through that one. Work some time off the clock here, and that looks like it'll be the game plan. Draws Fink close. Jasper still working with this one. Throws some elbows back off to Hudson. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Goes the top. Continues to tick down. They bring the double. Hudson alone. On the way in the inside. And a foul called here on Hudson. So she'll be shooting.
Hudson going to the line. Deanna just taking the foul. Would rather have Olivia Hudson shoot, which probably isn't a bad idea for IUP.
That's a tough shot.
They want to preserve as much time as they can, so with the clock stopped, that benefits IUP.
Yep.
They're trying to send her to the line. Well, it'd be key for Olivia Hudson to hit 2 here to preserve the chance of the game being tied if they come back on the other end with a three-pointer.
First 2 shots on the evening for Hudson. She's a 73.1% shooter. Drops in the first. 60-58. One more on the way for the freshman. And she got it. What a game for the freshman, Alex.
Unbelievable play by Olivia Hudson. 18 points in the second half now. Timeout called again by IUP. I mean, it's all come down to the final couple of minutes in this fourth quarter, and it's just been great defense by Cal U. Great scoring by specifically Olivia Hudson, the freshman.
25.
And 25 points in this game. It's unreal. It's unreal. I mean, Cal U, this rivalry match has been so good. Almost every game we've seen, it was close. It was close in the first time we came here. IUP ends up putting the gas down and gets it through. And we go back home to the Convocation Center. Close game throughout again, but Cal U comes away with the victory.
It really seems, though, Alex, that IUP has gotten the upper hand in the postseason matchups. If you just think back through history, last year in the Atlantic Regional Final, getting that win. Prior to that, also getting a tournament win against Cal U multiple times. The 2017 tournament, they beat them in Richmond. They beat them in the championship game at Shippensburg in 2017 as well.
Yeah, I mean, Tom McConnell is one of the best coaches in the region, if not the nation. I mean, they lost 4 starters this offseason.
And look at where they're at. They had their best program history.
Excellent record this season. Excellent play. He's found girls to fit into the system. We knew Lexi Griggs is coming back, a big player, an all-tournament player. But he found compliments here in Alexander, Mascaro. Deanna stepped up big now. I mean, commend them, commend Cal U for the season they've had. They lost some big players, including an All-American and Sierra Barrett, so they had to come through all that too. There's 2 teams that had to fully reload, and they're playing their best basketball right now.
Inbound back to Alexander. She works against her matchup. Dumps back off to Myers. Myers is going to try a long 3-point shot. Drops it in! Wow, we're tied at 61.
And the fans are on their feet. I mean, what a great shot. She came through huge there, and her team is all around her. It will give Cal U the final shot, so they will have a chance to win this game. But, man, what a shot by Natalie Meyer. Hand in her face and all. Didn't look like a comfortable shot for her, but she is leading the PSAC in 3-point percentage for a reason. Unconscious from deep.
Unreal make there for Myers, the senior, trying to keep the PSAC tournament alive for the Crimson Hawks, number 42.
I don't want to say the O word, but overtime, and I told you, Colin, I'd be worried if I was IUP for going into a late overtime with the foul trouble that they have, and
sounds like
it might be a possibility. It might be a possibility. I mean, they have been playing pretty much the same players almost the entire game. Obviously, and same with Cal U, their players are insanely tired as well, but Cal U, they're a little bit in foul trouble too. I mean, we talked about DJ Hahn, she's on 4, Deanna's on 4. We'll see how it goes here. Final 9.8 seconds.
Hudson looking to inbound this on the far side. Bounces inside for Shauna Harrison. Clock continues to wind down. Make it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Harrison to win the game. Oh, it rims out, and we're going to overtime.
What a shot. It just goes in and out for Shauna Harrison to send this game into overtime. I mean, I can't believe that ball just was literally halfway down and came back out of the hoop, and Shauna Harrison was down on her knees there.
We will head to commercial here, 61 apiece. Don't go anywhere. Free basketball on the way from IUP, 61 all. Stay tuned for more right here on CUTV, CUTV Sports 1 of the Vulcan Sports Radio Network.
Have you seen the new Cal U Vulcan logo around? Have you wondered where to get gear featuring it? Then go to calvulcans.com and click shop. Log on and browse a full selection of men's shirts, women's shirts, pullovers, hoodies, and more. All items feature customization with the new Cal U Vulcan logo and wordmark. The site also features a full selection of hats, tailgating items, and accessories. Don't be the last person to sport new Cal U Vulcan gear. Go to calvulcans.com today.
Welcome back. Overtime about ready to begin here from IUP. 61 apiece, Calu and the Crimson Hawks in the Cole Bowl on the court. An exciting third matchup. These teams split this regular season series, both teams winning their respective home games.
Man, I mean, what an exciting second half of basketball. IUP wills themselves into a pretty solid lead in the second half. Calu battles back on the shoulders of Olivia Hudson. Shauna Harrison nearly makes the game winner from beyond the arc, goes halfway in the hoop and out. I mean, man, it's been a game here in this rivalry matchup between these two sides, and it's going to be decided possibly here in the final 5 minutes of overtime.
Getting ready for the tip. It'll be Deanna versus Shauna Harrison. 5 on the clock. Tip won by the Crimson Hawks, and we are a go for free basketball. You pay for 4 quarters if you came, and you're going to get an extra one today.
You're also going to get another Calu IUP matchup right after this one for the men's game.
Yeah, make sure you stay tuned here on the Vulcan Sports Radio Network, CUTV and CUTV Sports 1 for the men's contest. Also a 1-4 matchup. Deanna down low missed it. Third chance opportunity. They swing it out for Alexander, and she can't hold on to it. Would have been lined up for a 3. She looks like she's moving a lot better since being injured in that 4th quarter, Alex.
Yep, Deanna doing a great job on the glass, picking up 2 offensive boards.
8 to shoot for the Crimson Hawks. It's Myers. Dump back off for Fink. Fink lost it into the hands of Shauna Harrison. 1-on-2 the other way. Now Hudson joins up 2-on-2. Almost lost it. Still holding on to it. It's on the floor. Bounce back out for Jasper. Thought about a 3. Now Hudson will get it and shoot instead. One's off the side. Hahn follows it for the big rebound on the ground. Who's going to claim this one?
Jump ball possession arrow in the favor of the Vulcans right now.
That's where you like DJ Hahn's energy here, Alex. She crashed into that pile of players down there for that one.
Yeah, she was almost looking for the putback and just couldn't get it up. And you got to keep possession here.
Give credit to the Hawks as well. They closed out well on that possession. Back up at the top for Brianna Allen. Now here's Hudson. Shauna Harrison back out to Hudson. She has been the main player for Calu so far. Shauna alone after drawing the double. Missed it off the back. Rebound Hawks.
And Deanna has been huge on the boards for IUP. She comes up with another one. That's her 3rd of this overtime period.
3:35 left in the overtime period. Fink puts on a move and drops in the first bucket of overtime. 63-61.
Huge move by Fink. It took a minute and a half to get our first bucket here, but she moves right around DJ Hahn with a great little Euro step move and gets the 2 points.
DJ Hahn will motor her way through with a hop, skip, and a jump. Drop it in. Tie it all square. 63 once again.
Story of the game, redemption by DJ Hahn, coming back down the court and picking up 2 points.
Now it's Courtney Alexander. Held on to now by Deanna. She'll go back to Fink. Over to the corner for Myers. Long shot, good for her, and she had a clutch one towards the end of the 4th and trying to tack on another here.
Kept IUP's PSAC tournament hopes alive in the 4th quarter with a huge basket, and now is propelling them forward.
Shauna Harrison trying to tie things. Can't get it. That might be one that could come back to bite Calu with 2:36 left to go in the overtime period.
2 great looks for Shauna, and she hasn't been able to hit on either, and that's going to hurt them a bit.
66-63. Fink on the roll in the corner for Myers. They tried to close out on a 3. She'll try it again. Really extended on that one poorly, right into the hands of Harrison. Now she took a hit to the face there and a foul call.
Yeah, that's going to go against Fink. She hit Shauna Harrison right in the head. She grabbed the rebound, and Shauna took one off the face sort of as it was bouncing around, but she picks up the rebound. Calu keeps possession here, and the men's crowd for the game after this has slowly poured in and has increased the noise in the KCAC.
It's the 3rd on Fink. It's the 5th team foul as well. So Harrison will step to the line now.
Yeah, fouls carrying in from the second half into the overtime period, so Shauna's got to go to the line for 2.
Harrison 1 of 2 so far this evening from the charity stripe. Got that one. Crowd doing their best to try to distract her, but can't get it.
That scared me more than it's probably scared her.
Next one on the way, still trying to scare her, can't get it. She's locked in. 66-65.
A little less frightened on that one, was expecting it.
Gotta love it. These passionate Crimson Hawks fans trying to will their team to victory. Cal faithful trying to get on the action as well. And out of bounds it goes. Right back to the Vulcans here. 2:05 the clock reads. That's a costly one.
Costly one by Alexander. Went off her own foot out of bounds.
Well, I still think she hasn't been playing as sharp as she was before. That ankle took a bit of a hit there. She looks like she's still trying to gallop off a little bit of pain if you've watched her getting set on the defensive side.
Well, we said she had 5 points. She's only had 5 points in the second half in the overtime period after scoring 12 in the first half.
DJ Hahn up against Fink for some elbows and trying to toss the shot. Ends up back in her hands there. Once again, still trying to get the call. And that one will not go, and it will be a foul called here.
I'm not really sure what the call was. It was possibly a loose ball foul on DJ Hahn. I mean, it seemed like it was just loose out there. I don't really understand the explanation on that one. I mean, I think the game's been called pretty clean, but it just looked like a loose ball. But IUP will take over possession with a 1 point lead.
1:44 left in this first overtime period. And I think that'll be the 5th on DJ Hahn, Alex. And it will be. So Hahn will be forced to the bench here off that. Her day is done. 13 points for DJ Hahn. The second leading scorer is now off the charts.
Yep, seeing her forced to the bench. She's been excellent for the Vulcans late in the season and in the playoffs so far. They're going to have to battle through the game without her.
She'll be replaced by Jeffries. 1:32 left in this first overtime. Crimson Hawks with a 1 point lead, 66-65. Really draining the shot clock here. They go outside to Myers. They're bringing a double on Myers. Don't want her to make another long ranger. Now Fink will travel onto the inside to pop loose. Landing on top of it here, popped out. It'll be a violation regardless, as Griggs was fighting for that one.
It's exactly what the Cal U needed, because the possession arrow is in favor of IUP, so a shot clock violation helps them better, more than a jump ball would have in that situation. So worked out for the best for them.
Now Jasper up the floor here. It looks like Coach Drom will use another one of those timeouts. Now it gives us just enough time to take a trip around the PSAC playoff games here and check in on what's going on for the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Getting it started, Edinburgh and Gannon, 47-39. About 9 minutes left to go in that one as they are in the fourth quarter. Gannon could potentially stand to host the Final Four, the women's side, if they win and IUP drops this contest.
Yeah, I'm sure they're more focused on this close game right now, but Gannon is doing well, up 47-39. And Cleve Wright, he's done an excellent job this year, I continue to say.
Over to the East, Shippensburg has punched their ticket into the Final Four in the 1-4 matchup, 73-57 over Shepherd. And it looks like East Stroudsburg will be joining them in the Final Four, 53-42 in the 2-6 matchup.
Yeah, no upsets to speak of. And this game might be the only one that has the potential to be an upset on the women's side.
3 of the 4 Final Four positions have all been claimed. Last one up for grabs here in this one. Down to 1:03 left in our overtime. Now it's under a minute. Time becoming much more precious here on each possession as there's 10 to shoot for Cal U. 9, 8, 7, 6. It continues to tick. 5, 4, 3. Harrison took a gritty one on the inside and rushed it and missed it.
Harrison calling for a foul to the back of the head. It looked like solid defense. I can't really say yes or no that happened on that play. IUP takes over possession with 30 seconds to go, up 1.
Defense needs an effort here. Hudson had a poke. Alexander able to corral that one. Down to 10 on the shot clock, 23 on the game clock, seconds for both of those. Griggs onto the inside, tried to throw it out. Now Fink rolls her way inside, trying to go up against 2. Missed it, goes into the hands of Shauna Harrison. Shot clock is off here. Down to 10 seconds. Vulcans are going to need a shot here to potentially tie or win this one. And Justron will use another one of those timeouts and try to draw something up here, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, we're almost in the same situation we came in the fourth quarter with. Cal U with a chance to win the game. It was a tie game before, so now they need to make a shot to keep this game going.
Now let me put you in the scenario here. You're down there with the clipboard. Are you drawing up something long range, or are you trying to take it into the teeth of the defense here?
I think you look for anything you can get. I mean, if you go to the line, you still have a chance to take the lead or at least tie the game. If you look solely for a three-point shot, we saw it towards the end of the half. It almost went in, but it was
halfway
also
down.
But it was a tough look for Shauna Harrison. I mean, if I'm IUP talking in this timeout, there's probably two players I'm looking at, and it's Bianca Jasper, because Jeff Strom has a lot of trust in her, or Olivia Hudson, who has been on fire.
The freshman in Hudson has been unconscious. 25 points for her in this start.
RSID Matt Kiefer on the move here. Looks like he might be trying to get a video of this final shot because it could be a memorable one.
We can only hope it's going to be a memorable one.
9.4 seconds. It was 9.8 in the first, so it's almost an identical situation. We'll see what happens here.
Looking for the inbound, they go to Harrison. It continues to wind. 7, 6. Hudson on the roll. Missed it. It's on the ground. And they'll call the tie-up, and I believe the arrow reads Crimson Hawks here, so they should get the ball back. And they will with 2.9 seconds left on the shot clock. Or game clock, pardon me.
Rim checked right there. Just went off there, and she drove in with a lot of speed. Just didn't get it even into the glass, and it hit the rim and didn't go down. They'll be able to foul. Send him to the line to take 2.
There's not much time left.
Yeah, Cal actually needs to foul him twice to even send him to the line. So there might not be enough time left with only 2.9 seconds remaining. We'll see what they have to do. They're gonna have to try to foul here as soon as the ball's inbounded.
They're gonna have to get another one after that, as you said. Still need 2. They've got 3 team fouls.
Expect Tom McConnell. He called a timeout here, knowing what the situation is. He's going to try to run these seconds off, and it will happen fast. So,
got to be locked in on both sides of the ball.
You have to be on your defender. You have to be on your defender.
Here we go. Griggs looking to inbound this one. Goes to Myers, and they'll body up with 1.8 on the game clock here.
1.1 seconds off the clock. I mean, she was able to gain enough space from her defender, and it took them that long to foul. And they got to foul him one more time. There might be under a second left at that point. And it's going to take a full court heave. We'll see what happens here first.
Griggs looking in on this one, goes right to Myers, and they get it. 1 second left on the clock.
1 second is enough time to make a shot. The question is if IUP could also choose to make one and miss
the
one.
other. That's what I would do if I was in that scenario.
So, refs, they like to make calls, but they don't like to make calls in games like this that are so meaningful. So Cal can't even expect us to throw one up and expect to get a call even.
So Myers makes the first, 67-65. 3 could still win it for Cal. Let's see if they make or miss. Here's Myers, set up, palm on the ball. And she drops that one in, so they'll leave him with a clean second here, 68-65. Jasper bodied up, and that'll bring us to the end here as IUP survives the scare. They get the win in overtime, 68-65.
Yeah, didn't even give Bianca Jasper a chance to get the ball inbound. It might have been better off going to Shauna Harrison for a full court. Even no one was on her, but huge victory by IUP. They keep their PSAC tournament hopes alive, their regional ranking hosting rights alive with a big win there late.
So now Cal, you will have to sit and play the waiting game until Sunday to see if they are selected into the field via an at-large bid.
Yeah, I mean, the committee doesn't look at the final score, as I've learned. It doesn't matter how close the game was. It matters win-loss, strength of schedule. So, although this game was close, it doesn't matter. It matters who wins, who loses. IUP picks up the win. Like I said before the game started, the MEC is going to play a huge role into what happens with the Vulcans if they make the tournament this year or do not. And if Charleston wins it, I can firmly say that their chances are done.
So if you're a Vulcan women's hoops fan, you're going to have to pay a lot of attention to that Mountain East Conference championship. Final here, 68-65, IUP getting the win. So once again, Cal U going to have to play the waiting game until Sunday for the selection show from the NCAA. The final here, Crimson Hawks getting the win, 68-65 in overtime. Stay tuned for the men's part of the doubleheader action right here on CUTV, CUTV Sports 1, and the Vulcan Sports Radio Network.